Fame is ego. And ego means edging God out. The difference between a name and a legacy, that's what we're looking at today. They said, so that we may make a name for ourselves, otherwise we will be scattered. This reveals the deepest fear of every insecure builder: irrelevance, dispersion, being forgotten. And so they built to be remembered, the city as a monument to their own significance. But God, who sees the motive behind the mortar, responded not with admiration, but with the very thing they feared. He scattered them. Here is the profound paradox of the kingdom. The things you grasp for are the things you actually lose in the kingdom. The things you release, those are the things that multiply. Abraham let Lot choose first, and then he received the whole land. The widow gave her last, and the oil refused to go or run dry. Paul released Timothy and gained a church. Jesus released the disciples of the apostles to the world, and the movement is continuing till tomorrow. Fame says, gather people to me, to myself. Legacy says, send people from me. Faith says, create dependency. Followers who cannot function without the famous person's presence. Legacy, on the other hand, is about multiplication. Leaders who go out and plant and build and reproduce. The question for every kingdom builder is this: am I building a platform or a pipeline? And I'm hoping that you'll answer this question. Are you building a platform or a pipeline? Acts chapter 1 and verse 8. Model is the antidote to the Babel spirit. You will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all of Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. That's the model of people who build along the blueprints of kingdom. Not stay in Jerusalem and be known. Go to the ends of the earth. The kingdom is not a cluster. It is a movement, and movements move. For nation builders, nations where talent clusters and never spreads stagnates. Nations where people who are developed and released to rural communities, to underserved sectors, to the next generation, they grow and are diverse. You cannot build a nation by building a brand or focus on. You build a nation by building builders. And those builders will be your brand, that you build builders. And I hope this is not a tautology. Now, how do you implement this? Count how many people you have sent. Count the sent ones. How many people have you developed and sent forth and released on an assignment? That's how you mark whether you truly are a kingdom builder. Build an intentional sending forth culture. Celebrate departure as much as you celebrate arrival. Create a generational or generation program. Identify your future leaders. Now identify them and then begin to prepare them in order for you to be able to send them. Release authority incrementally. Start to let go gradually of what you've been holding on to. Give people ownership of real things. Of real things. I mean real things. Not just tasks. Give them ownership. Measure your influence by the reach of those you have sent, not by the size of your platform. If you do this, then truly you're building with a kingdom mindset for kingdom purpose, for the kingdom owner, who is the king. And in another word, you're also a king yourself. Thank you again for paying attention to this one. I'm going to run off to the comment section to see what your comments are about this, because I know this one's a bit controversial. People want to build and keep, but I'm asking you to build and send. Give us a like. Thank you.